I think in Taiwan, you're spoiled. You can get like a really good meal for maybe 90 NT or 100 NT. Well, they have some apartments don't even have kitchens.
And
at first I was like, how could you live like that? But actually you can, you can order Uber Eats, Food Panda, you can go to 7-Eleven.
Today, I'm gonna talk about one of the Facebook posts he made. If you are curious about what he posted about Taiwan, you can also check the description box. His links are over there. It is Taiwanese are foodies. First, I would like to ask his reasons.
Yeah.
So why do you know? Of course, I also think Taiwanese people love enjoying the food, not only eating. Could you please explain us more about the reason why you posted that, why you stated that way?
So I'll talk first. In the UK, we're all about drinking. Like that's the main topic is drinking, and the safe topic is the weather. We'll talk about the weather as a easy thing. But in Taiwan, I think food is the very safe way to start a conversation. I only know a very little bit of Taiwanese, but Taiwanese say "dababwe," which is like, "Have you eaten?"
That is the conversation starter. That's the first thing you say to people.
So I've seen that, and I was like, "Oh, that's so cool." It's like, "Are you well? Have you eaten? Do you need to eat something? Should I feed you?"
In Taiwanese language, not Chinese. In Taiwanese, they don't even have good night or good evening. They don't have this, but they have "dababwe." Have you eaten?
Ah, right.
Really, like my wife cannot think of like what is good night or good evening. They just say like, okay, sleep well. This kind of phrase, ho ho kun. This kind of phrase, but they don't have good night, but they have you eaten? This makes sense.
Yeah, it's cool. So you can see a little bit from the language. You've got to go eat with Taiwanese. That's even when I play badminton or other things, like go eat, go to Chow. Like go anywhere, go have dambin, go have there's so many breakfast places here. That's one of the special things about Taiwan versus other maybe Asian countries like Japan, Korea. They do have breakfast places, but not as many. Like here, if you get up early, you will see there's for the office workers, they have sandwiches, they have dambin, they have all kinds of things on the street for sale. I think it's super cool.
Sometimes it's hard to choose which one to get your breakfast from.
Each day try a different one, or every week try a different one. There's really so much choice, and you're spoiled for choice in Taiwan. The food is very good here, Taiwanese food, but also like other cuisines as well.
In many countries, like restaurants work as some of them like open for breakfast too, but in Taiwan those special breakfast shops are like only for breakfast. They close by 12 or 1 and they do their cleaning and leave because they are breakfast shop.
I think in Taiwan you're spoiled. In the UK, like we like Indian food, we like curry, Thai food is also popular, Chinese food is also popular, and London especially has people from everywhere and food from everywhere. So maybe that's how people explore other countries and other cultures, is they start eating the food, or they drink the beer, like beer from Czech Republic or beer from Belgium or somewhere. Like it's a way to kind of explore that culture a little bit. Well, to explore Taiwanese culture, you got to try all the foods. There's so many different things to try.
And Taiwanese are not afraid of trying things.
Like
if there's a new open place, they just line up there and wait for hours and hours to get their food from that new shop. Doesn't matter it's from Taiwan or another country. And if they see a chef from another country, a foreigner chef, there's a huge line in front of that for you just to try it. People really love, like I've heard stories of In-N-Out Burger or something coming to Taiwan, and they open for 1 day in Taiwan. There's a huge line of people waiting to go there, and they just want to experience it. It was the same with Krispy Kreme. When the first shop opened, Krispy Kreme opened here, there was a line for like days and days.
Wow, it's crazy. People really love food. And I think because of that, like there's so much choice, and there's so many restaurants. There's a lot of restaurants opening, and also ones closing as well, sadly. But you get spoiled. Like in the UK, people do eat out, but they don't eat out as much as people do in Taiwan because the cost is higher. Whereas here, because there's so much competition, you can get like a really good meal for maybe 90 NT or 100 NT. It's not fancy, but it will fill you up. It tastes good. Whereas in the UK, you can't get anything like that for £2 or £3. There's no way. It's going to be at least £5, £6, maybe £10. Like here, I heard as well, they have some apartments don't even have kitchens. Yeah, and at first I was like, how could you live like that? But actually you can, you know, you can order Uber Eats, Food Panda, you can go to 7-Eleven.
All about convenience.
It's
all about convenience. It's just like you have choice.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, there's another one in like 2 steps away. Yeah,
definitely.
My wife cooks. I also cook, but we don't cook because of the you know saving money. We don't save money cooking. We actually spend more money cooking our food, but we just want to make sure what we eat, since we don't eat meat. We want to make sure to get whatever we need from the food, so we just cook for that reason. But actually, the cost is higher to cook at home for 3 people.
Cooking for pleasure.
Some foreigners said like Taiwanese people like to eat other countries' foods, like foreign food, because Taiwanese food is not good enough. What do you think about that? But
no way.
I don't agree that. I don't agree with that a lot. I love Taiwanese food, and when I'm back to my country, I miss Taiwanese food. So that's not the case for me, but I've heard that from so many people. That's why I would like to ask your opinion about this.
I think Taiwanese people are curious and they want to try new things and try new food, of course. But Taiwanese food is amazing, and I think it's like they have foreign brands here as well. People want things from other countries, but it doesn't mean that Taiwanese stuff is like, definitely in food is amazing. Like Din Tai Fung, a lot of like famous Michelin star restaurants and things.
They like to explore the food around.
Definitely.
And they have a lot of choices here. And I have a friend from Italy. His first restaurant was in Taiwan. He just opened a restaurant here, and he has that courage because he knows that like people appreciate food here, and especially if it's like good and authentic food. So he can just go his way, and his shop is full from the first day. Taiwanese people show great interest. Taiwanese people like to search and find good food and enjoy it. So I think I love that culture. Because in Turkey, people like, for example, let's say there's one ingredient, they judge a lot. They say like, okay, this is not the way you cook it. You shouldn't cook it like this. It doesn't taste good. It tastes good if you cook it another way, because there are so many people eating that way, not your way. People could be a little bit judgmental about food in Turkey, but Taiwanese people will try. That is what I love. Definitely. And then there are so many other shops like serving similar food as well.
There's a lot of I think it's quite hard starting a restaurant here because there's so much competition. Like I've got friends as well that have started places, and because the cost is so low and the quality is so high, people are used to really good quality food for a low price. So and also I think here it's all about the food. It's not so much the presentation and the location as much. It's the food. Like you can have the most basic place, hole in the wall kind of restaurant, we call it, with great food, and people will line up and people will go there.
Actually, it started being like food being Instagrammable or not also, but it's not the case for everywhere.
Because here there's so much great street food. You know, we can't talk about food without mentioning street food in Taiwan.
Definitely.
The convenience, you can eat at all hours, you know, from 7-Eleven, from night markets, from the breakfast places in the really early morning. People even go clubbing or go to bars and then eat breakfast at the breakfast place at like 5 in the morning. You know, or you can have hot pot. There's all night hot pots in Shini. You know,
it's like, wow, that is like
really got so much choice.
And they are full. There are so many customers like in any time of the day. Oh, that's amazing. If you want to compare the food culture from around the world, because you have been to 75 countries, of course you have eaten in all of those countries. You haven't starved yourself. What's the difference between food culture in Taiwan and the other countries?
So like UK, we eat at 5 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock for lunch, 6 p.m. for dinner. Taiwanese, they don't have this kind of rules so much. Like they eat a bit earlier, they eat whenever they're hungry. You can eat early in the morning, late at night. Like it's all okay. UK restaurants will close between, say, 3 p.m., 2 p.m., and 5 p.m. And if you want to eat between 3 and 5, it can be hard to find a place. Like maybe the Chinese restaurant is the only place that's open. So it's tough sometimes. There's no 7-Eleven. Yeah, we don't have as much choice as you do in Taiwan. And the quality, like in the UK, for example, after clubbing or nighttime in London, you can get really bad pizza at 3 a.m. Like it tastes like cardboard. It's horrible. And chips that have been like warmed up again, they were cooked earlier, and it's awful. But because you're drunk,
over crispy, like
it's so definitely hard. Overcooked and it's really terrible. But people are drunk, so they buy it.
Yeah.
But it's awful. Like a Taiwanese person would not eat that. They would just like, no way, no thanks. But we don't have any other choice. But here you've got like, you can have a hot pot at 3 in the morning, you know, or dambin at 5 in the morning. There's just so much choice.
You have to be good and you have to stay good.
Yeah, you really do.
There's a sausage vendor just next to my house, and recently they changed the street they normally put their vendor on. And I was kind of worried about them, like there are not so many people passing by here. Won't that affect your sales and stuff? He said like, no, I have my customers, they always find me.
Oh, yeah, people will travel for food in Taiwan. People like in the UK, maybe we go to a place for a beer or something like that. But here, like people will go, new restaurant opening like 45 minutes away, they'll go, they'll be there.
喜欢这个优质的创作者，就赶快去 follow 他哦！你有发现其他更具爆红潜力的影片吗？赶快投稿给达人秀吧！点击下方观看更多有趣内容。